The way the game ended with the Steelers hanging on to the victory, Ravens had to have this one. Drake Maye and the Pats 3-0 under the bright lights in prime time. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. This was vintage. Out the gate, right down the field, 2.5 minutes. There goes Derrick Henry. It's 7-0. Baltimore looking like would see the best version of them. Leading 7-0, there goes Henry again. He's got the first down, but this has been a problem all year. Henry, for the third time this season, has lost a fumble, ties his career high. So instead of going in, potentially up 2 scores, here comes Maye, and that's just stealing as he flips it to Hunter Henry. The game is tied at 7. 2 minutes left in the first half. Baltimore is driving. There goes Lamar, and as he hits the deck, you'll see that left knee in the back rib area, and he heads to the locker room and was ruled out. That means it's Snoop Huntley. But this is a very capable and competent backup. Had a big win for them earlier this year against Chicago, you'll recall. This play initially ruled out looking for Nuke Hopkins, but DeAndre asked if they look at it. That's a great catch. This is a remarkable run on 2nd and 7. Zay Flowers, the vision, picks his way through the traffic, and the Ravens lead 17-13. Early 4th, approaching the red zone, and Henry will take it inside the 10. Gain of 22. It's Henry again, number 22. 6 more, and the lead is 11. But Baltimore, we've seen them surrender leads and double-digit leads at that. And this throw and catch are just spectacular. It's Kyle Williams on the receiving end as Maye, for the first time in his career, is over 300 passing yards. Couldn't drop it out of the sky more perfectly than that. And Williams secures it. Patriots go for 2. Get it. 3-point game. It's a 3-point game. Maye climbing in the pocket, looking deep for Kayshon Boutte. That's a catch? No, it's not. That's got to be PI. Somehow, no, it's not. I mean,
what are we doing?
That's a penalty. They didn't call it. Now on 4th and 2, Maye looking for Stephon Diggs after Baltimore had dropped what would have been a pick on 3rd down. This toss nearly deflected, but Diggs, who had 9 catches and 138 yards, extends the drive. Now it's Ramondre Stevenson. With Travion Henderson out with a head injury in this game, it's Stevenson for 21 and the touchdown. And now that double-digit lead is gone. So Huntley's got to engineer a touchdown drive. Hits Flowers, who puts on the brakes, but that allows pressure from the backside to get home. You see K'Lavon Chaisson hits it. Marcus Jones is on it. And the Patriots come all the way back and get the victory. Tim Hasselbeck is with us. Significant both ways. Yeah. Patriots are a playoff team. Baltimore is now in big, big trouble as another lead gets away. In terms of what the Patriots did well and how they give their guy a chance, Maye, to be safe in the pocket and then climbing it where you said he's ruthless.
Yeah, he's amazing. Look, it's easy for me to say good things about Drake Maye. He's that type of player. Now, I will say this. I think we got to give credit to New England and how they're coached. Here's a good example. You see all these teams, these defenses, that want to walk 2 linebackers up into the A gaps. That's what Baltimore is doing here. Now, so New England is going to come into the game with a plan. They're going to say, okay, we're going to take Ramondre Stevenson, and we're going to walk him way up there. And the reason is because when you do this, your offensive line is going to slide the protection, meaning it's going to start with the center. So the center is going to slide that way, and he would be responsible for the linebacker that's walked up into that gap, which means Stevenson would have the other one. Now, what's going to happen at the snap is both of these linebackers are going to bail out of there. You see it. So they bail out. And when these linebackers bail out, you see Stevenson scan. He ends up scanning to the edge rusher. And because of that, look at the time Maye has. 2nd and 8, he ends up hitting Diggs and ends up being a first down. Why I point that out is this. These double A gap pressures, you see people do it, whether it's Minnesota, whether it's Baltimore, and it drives people crazy. They have a hard time picking it up. Well, New England not only had a plan for picking it up, but then like the wrinkle off of it that Baltimore had, New England was ready for it. And Stevenson was like, yep, okay, that guy doesn't come. I'm going to scan out here. It gives Maye time in the pocket. And next thing you know, that's a drive that they score the game, go-ahead winning touchdown.
A lot has been made this season about New England's schedule and the fact that they faced some backups. And in this game, they end up facing Huntley for the second half. Fine. You're down 11 against a team that has to have it on its home field, and you come back in the manner in which they did, erasing the deficit, then forcing a fumble to end this game. What does it say about who they are and what they will be, Tim, in the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, on the road, magnitude of the game, those types of things, can kind of feel like those things are important for you going forward. I would just say this. I also think for a young quarterback, the ability to control the games. A little bit what I was saying to you as we were watching it. It looks, you said, it looks easy to Drake Maye. Like, he looks unfazed.
Always.
The really good quarterbacks, the really good quarterbacks, especially in systems where they're asked to do a lot, which he is in New England, they have more control over the game than college quarterbacks do. Because you get up there, you're packaging plays, so you're getting your team into the right one. You're adjusting more protections. You maybe have more freedom to signal a route that you want. All of those different things. And so I think it's important for the team, but I also think it's important for the team to see Drake Maye take control of the game the way that he did.
He just seems unbothered and unimpressed by himself at all times. We were talking about this upstairs as one of three, right? Like, he's the baby brother, and they're all good athletes. Like whatever, dude. And he's going to be the best of the bunch. They're chanting MVP on the road. And then Baltimore is the other side of this. Like, there's the Chiefs, they're done. There's the Lions, who we're going to get to in a second. And there's Baltimore. There are teams that all season long I stubbornly was like, oh, they'll be all right.
Yeah.
They're not all right, Tim.
Well, you had company with me saying it because of the track record of the coach, track record of the quarterback. Lamar just didn't seem right this year. If I'm just, calling it like it is, just in terms of the hamstring injury or whatever else was bothering him, just didn't seem right. He is normally the scariest player when things break down, and he's going to either take off and run or create. Just didn't see enough of that, this season from them. And
what's ironic about the play where he gets injured is it's a play where in the years past he might have looked to get outside or whatever, and it felt like this year he was giving up the plus play. Just, all right, I've gotten this. Let me just get down on the ground. He's trying to get down on the ground, but in the process of doing that, you'll see Woodson's left knee seems to get him there in the back in the rib area, and that was it.
And that's why it's a weird game in that. Look, there's no real right way to do it. Do you slide feet first, because that's usually when you get hit up high and back of your head hits the ground.
Happened to Stroud.
Yeah, do you go head first? It's hard to protect yourself, but when you're a player like Lamar, sometimes it's just like, look, it's just the nature of your game that you scare people by your ability to run.
And Baltimore's now in big trouble. There's still a path, but it's going to require a lot. Meanwhile, Maye looking very much like an MVP candidate, and in his second year ascending. We'll hear from them.
How about the Patriots and the Ravens? Two different reasons here, because the Patriots needed to win if they wanted to clinch in the division. They could just take everything out. They could clinch a spot in the playoffs and try to win that division. But the Ravens needed every win coming down the stretch. So let's show you what happened between these two squads. Fourth quarter, Patriots down 24-13. Drake Maye, Kyle Williams hauled it in for the touchdown, and now they're down 3 after a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and can't tell you how good Drake Maye is playing right now. He made some big throws in this game, and you'll see this, especially in the fourth quarter.
How about that big run by Ramondre Stevenson? That gave the Patriots a 28-24 lead. Lamar Jackson got hurt in this game, did not come back. Tyler Huntley, Zay Flowers, there's the fumble, and the Patriots would recover, and they win it 28-24. So they clinch a playoff spot with that win. First time they've been back in the playoffs in 2021. You were talking about Drake Maye. What is it about his play that has led to this resurgence here in New England?
Well, his confidence, and I think they brought him along slowly. Obviously, this defense kept him in football games, but now all of a sudden, when you watch it tonight, they kind of opened it up.
Yeah.
I mean, he competed well, but he made some nice throws. I mean, some big-time throws. You've seen him get better each week and gain more confidence. This New England team is going to be a hard out.
So again, they clinch a spot in the playoffs. The division is still open. The Bills still have a chance to be able to win that division, but right now, New England definitely headed back to the playoffs. On the other side, though, The Ravens, look, it's been a disappointing season for a number of reasons, but number one, Lamar Jackson's been in and out of the lineup for that squad. They're obviously not the same team without him. They lose this one. They lose him. Not sure his status for next week, but they still have a chance. They win out, they're in there.
No, they got a chance, and that's all you can ask for. And you look at the NFL right now, we went into 2 weeks ago, there was 21 teams still alive.
Right.
There's still a lot of teams alive. If you have 7 or 8 wins according to what division you're in, now you got to win out. But you're in playoff mode. And that's what the NFL wants. They want a bunch of teams in playoff mode. They happen to be one.
They still had a chance in this game, too.
Yes, they did.
They had a lead, and it was the defense that gave it up. Whether Lamar Jackson's out there or not, obviously you want to have the offense extending and getting more points. But the defense, they had a lead, and they couldn't hold it.
And a lot of it had to do with Drake Maye. He took them down the field. He made some nice throws in big moments against a pretty good defense when you talk about the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
And then he did it. So you got to give him credit.
Hey, he's been doing it all season long at a time when a lot of people were doubting him. But again, first time the Patriots have been in the playoffs since 2021. We'll see what happens with that division. Uncle Herm, appreciate it as always.
Appreciate you.
Coming up next, Scott Van Pelt. A wild week in the NFL yet again. He's going to give you a little recap, and then after that, I'll be back.
You'll be
some
back.
more Sports Center.
There you go.
No Briscoe.
No.
But I'm
no
here.
me. I'm going to bed. I'll be back.